Today on Life Hacks, we talk about political changes and party changes in Australia, a little bit about Pauline Hanson. So we do delve deep sometimes. Enjoy.
Mm. Well, one thing that I was listening to a Pauline Hanson interview recently in the last few days, and this was something that she said that you know, took a hold in my mind that I took note of. She was, it was an offhand remark that she made about public housing,
Yeah.
and that she believes that we should have public housing to help people up, to give them a hand up, to help them get to wherever it is they need to be, to go on and become, productive or whatever it is that they need a help for. But she doesn't believe that anybody should have public housing for decades.
Mm.
She said you shouldn't get public housing, in your 20s and still have it in your 60s. It just shouldn't occur. That you should have it when you need it. You take that hand up, then you go off and you become self-supporting and let the next person who needs help in.
Yes.
I thought that's interesting. I've actually haven't heard a politician say anything like that before. Now, they may have, and I just haven't heard it because I don't listen to all the politicians. But I thought that's an interesting point of view that would go counter to
a lot
of the Greens, I
most
imagine,
of the socialists
fight that.
Yeah, and I agree with her on one count, but on the other count, what do you do with the other people who aren't going to do it? And this is what I learned through coaching, is that because I would just give and give and give to people all the time or help them up and think I could help them. The reality is some people psychologically are locked in a certain level of life, and until they're prepared to change that thinking, they're not going to step out of it. If you've got people that are generationally poor, they think everybody in the world has housing, that everybody in the world is at their level because they can't see out of their own group. And then the other argument, like I've had with people about jobs, we need to give these people jobs. They're not, some of them aren't going to work. And having come from a business ownership situation, I don't want them working for me. I would rather pay a little bit of tax and go, just send them over there, let them play their games or whatever. But I don't want to have to employ them because they're probably going to destroy something because we had somebody who did.
Yeah, well, I know, because even then the whole industry that's grown up to support these people, because in theory we're going to get them a job, but they're just 15, 20, 30 years later they've never had a job, but we're still supporting them in these systems. And I think, well, that's just costing us money needlessly. There are certain parts of our society that maybe we just need to accept they're never going to get a job because I'm exactly the same. I've been an employer as well, and there's no way I would have had them working for me.
Exactly. Yeah. But then you've also got the other cohort, which is the unhealthy for some reasons. My friend has two disabled, a niece and a nephew, brother and sister, severely disabled, mentally, intellectually, and they live they've now been separated. They lived in a unit for many years together. But the care that's required, I mean, they're not going to get jobs. So we do have to care for those people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what our NDIS was set up for, people in that situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, now that's being abused too. So,
well, it is, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it was people in that situation that it was originally set up for.
Yes, yeah. And the housing, here they call it housing trust. I don't know what they call it in Victoria. That all came out of England. Commission housing out of, it was council housing in England, and it still is council housing in England. That was cultural. That was councils came out of the whole industrial revolution. Then you had all these people trying to work in one place and live in one place, but it wasn't healthy and stuff. So councils were used, and yeah, to build housing to keep people close to their factories. And we kind of carried that whole historic concept forward. Yeah. I guess if you've got a job in the government, like a council or something, you should be able to afford your own rent or save for a house, but then hardly anyone can save for a house now. So yeah, there's so much changing in our society that's moving away from that concept, but we need a concept to replace it. So